you're not with your family. I feel like that gets to me sometimes. Seeing it on social media and you're seeing it on the streets and everything, and then it kind of like makes you feel like you're missing out. Today is the 25th. Yesterday was the 24th. And
the day before was the 23rd.
Both living not at our home country, so we don't have our family here, but we have each other. You know those men that have like this as a haircut?
Turn.
Anyways, so yesterday we had dinner here because of course everything was closed.
No, we thought we were gonna have dinner at a restaurant on the 24th.
Ah, yeah, it's true. We thought, let's go to this really nice dumpling restaurant and have dinner there on the 24th. Middle of the day, I was like, I don't think that's happening. Yeah, everything's probably gonna be closed. And of course, everything was closed. So then we had dinner here, which was good. And then I was like, so let's, maybe go out, get a little glass of wine or something. Maybe get a little drink. I should have filmed this because I was like really dressed up.
My dressed up was the same clothes I wore the whole day.
So yeah, you weren't really making
I
as much of an effort as I was.
Not at all, not even close.
I really made an effort. Then we went out and the streets were deserted. They were completely empty. There were only like 3 people walking on the streets. 2 of them were here. And then like random people that would just appear. We had nowhere else to go. So we walked and walked. I don't know, we walked for like 5 minutes trying to find a bar that was open. Clearly everything was closed. Then we just came back home. Thank God we don't have like someone that buzzes us out and in the building. It would be like, what's happening? Like you just left, walked around, super dressed up for 5 minutes and then came back in. I don't know what we were expecting.
We came back and watched the movie.
That was so bad. I felt like I lost my life.
No, the only thing, I didn't think the movie, it's a Christmas rom-com. It's not gonna be like the best movie ever. The movie was 1 hour and 40 minutes. It felt like it was 4 hours.
Yeah.
For some reason.
And it was with Kristen Stewart, and I really don't like her.
And Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah, which made it better, but maybe they should have changed, So Aubrey Plaza could be more on but maybe they didn't have money.
Yeah, maybe. The budget was good.
The budget was tight. Trying to find a little cafe so we can sit down and read. My sister, she's like a book worm. She reads a lot. How many books have you read this year?
32.
Which one were your top 3 of the year?
I need to remember.
She was the one that recommended the book that I'm reading currently, which is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow.
That was the last book I read last year. So this year was actually not the best year in my reading experience. I was basically hating everything that I was reading or not loving anything too much. I really liked The Dangers of Smoking in Bed, which is a collection of short stories by an Argentinian writer. Short stories, but they're kind of like horror stories, but it's kind of funny as well. For some reason, I usually hate reading nonfiction, but I read Maybe You Should Talk to Someone, and I really liked it. The author writes as if it's stories and not just
therapy.
This is therapy. I really liked Hello Beautiful. It's a story, it's 4 sisters, and it's the relationship of the sisters and the family and love and everything. It's really good. And there's the Brazilian one I read, which is called Jantar Secreto, which is the secret dinner. It's crazy. I read that one really fast. It was really good. This one was one of my favorite books. There's 4 friends and they're really out of money and they need money to pay their rent. So one of them is a cook and the other one's kind of crazy. And he's like, why don't we make a cannibalism dinner and make people pay a lot of money? And they're like, what the fuck? But they really need the money. So they start doing cannibal dinners. It's gross, but it's really good.
I wouldn't like that.
I don't know if you're gonna like that.
I'm reading the Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Then we wanted to try
Tomorrows.
Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow.
You said tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow.
And
And
we wanted
tomorrow?
to find a coffee shop so we can maybe sit down and read a book, but we can see that everything is closed or the majority of things are closed. And it's kind of depressing because there's nowhere, nothing to do when people are with their families, and of course we're together. But
You're
I
with
don't
your
know.
family.
Yeah, I know, but it's not the same. I don't know. It's not like a big gathering of people. I don't know if you feel that. That's something that I wanted to ask you. As someone who lives abroad, like spending the holidays, away from your family, you feel that that gets you.
I don't know, cause we're not like super big on holidays. Like sometimes we travel on the holidays.
Yeah.
If I was like literally alone, I would be upset.
Yeah.
But I'm with you, and I live like back in Portugal with like 4 other people, and they're all there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think that if I would be like alone, thank God, like since the first time that, like, since I don't know, 2019, that I spent like Christmas and everything abroad. I was in Bali. Like, even then we had something to do like with friends and everything. And then since then I've always found something to do with someone that makes me happier, because I think that if I would be alone, I would be kind of sad. But it's interesting because although it's just a date, because for us it's not like we would be like maybe we would if we were back home with.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like when we're back home, we celebrate, but it's not like like not even our parents are with the rest of the family. They're by themselves in a hotel.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, but it's interesting because I think that there is like a social energy that makes you feel like you're missing out. Like yesterday when we went out and we had nowhere to go and we were like here. All of the building, for example, everything was dark because probably everyone was at their families or something like that, and they're like reunited with with a certain group of people.
Yeah, and everyone posts on Instagram.
Yeah,
like
everyone.
Family reunion.
Yeah, and then you're not with your family. I feel like that gets to me sometimes. Although I'm someone who's not like very homesick, it's like really rare that I'll get homesick. Sometimes this time gets to me, even if it's not something that I would really care about that much. But I think it's more like the social aspect of it. You're seeing it on social media and you're seeing it on the streets and everything, and then it kind of like makes you feel like you're missing out or something. I don't know. The New Year's night is a little bit like that. Like, I feel like it's such an overrated night, and if I would like really be authentic to me, and this is something that I'm debating with still for this year, that I might not even, I don't know, I might not even go out. I might just stay at home or try to go to like nature or something like that for one night, just be there by myself. Because I feel like it's such an overrated night where people get like really, really, really crazy and things get so expensive and everything's so crowded and it's just impossible to move, and it's like, what, I don't know, a party that would normally cost like nothing costs 50 euros just to get in, and then everyone is just like out of their minds, and then you can't even get to the back, like it's just so
No, it's really
uncomfortable.
annoying.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even like going to the club. Why the fuck am I going to the club?
Yeah.
I'm
And
not going to the club.
But then like you feel, like this pressure to do something.
Yeah.
Which is so weird because like if it was another night, any other night, you wouldn't force yourself to go, or force yourself to do something that you don't want to. But then because it's New Year's, you're like, oh my God, it's so depressive to spend New Year's. This year took so much out of me in terms of like, if I feel like I'm not being authentic, it really drains me, that I don't think I want to begin my new year not being true to myself. I don't know, but I keep imagining like our parents calling me. They're like, where are you? Are you with friends? And I'm like, no, I'm at home alone.
They weren't gonna be alone, like what?
I know, but I feel it's weird because I feel like I know that I'm gonna be judged, or like pitied. And I know that it's like, who cares? But at the same time, like, I care a little bit.
Pretend.
Yeah.
Be like,
I'm gonna lie.
I can't come to the phone. I'm at the club.
That's so much.
And then you turn on like the speaker and like.
One day I saw something that it was a reels, like it was written on top of it, like, when you have a fight with your boyfriend, he texts, "What are you doing?" And then she puts like a screen of a party on her TV, and then she was like filming it with a glass of wine like this, pretending she was on a party.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really funny. If you also feel like New Year's is an overrated night and you also want to spend it alone journaling by yourself, don't feel like you're the only one. Because there are at least 2 more people and others that I've talked to as well.
I'm not gonna be alone.
Okay, so there's at least 1 more people. And I also know a friend of mine that will also be alone. We even said like, if we're really depressed, we'll call each other and do like we'll drink wine and talk. And if you're also feeling depressed on the holidays, you're also not alone. Yay. Now I'm ready. I'm gonna go hunt for a little coffee shop. Hopefully we're gonna find some.
We're gonna find.
I think we're gonna be hunting for a while, but we'll see.